everyone. It is Erev Shabbos Parshas Kisavo, and we are in the middle of Chodesh Elul. We started the Zman about 10 days ago, and Baruch Hashem, we're off to a great beginning to the Zman. Yesterday we had our annual Chodesh Elul afternoon day on the beach, which was beautiful. Guys are doing great. They're having a great time, learning, getting into the schedule, and Baruch Hashem, a very good start to the year. The Beis Medrash, the new Beis Medrash looks beautiful, and I wanted to share with you, we will be having a Chanukas Habayis / Simchas Beis HaShoeva the first Sunday night of Sukkot. So if you are in town for Chag HaSukkos this year, please join us and your families for the wonderful Simcha that we will be celebrating with Hashem together. I wanted to share with you a quick idea on the Parsha Kisava and also on Chodesh El. We'll try and be brief. Rav Weiss quotes a tshuva of the Nod of Yehuda. The tshuva is found in Orach Chaim, Siman Lamed Beis. And the question is, can an Avel daven during Chodesh El? Because the halach is an Avel generally doesn't daven for the Amud, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Can he daven for the Amud during Chodesh El? Why not on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? Because Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are Yemei Hadin. And during Yemei Hadin, where the Avel has already experienced a real sense of Din, not the best time to have the Avel, who might have certain feelings during that year of Avelus. Avel should not daven during Yemei Hadin, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. So what about Chodesh Elul? So comes along the Nod of Yehuda and says, no, Chodesh Elul is not Yemei Hadin. Chodesh Elul are days of Rachamim. These are days of Ahava. These are days not of Din, but of tremendous yearning and love for Hashem, for His people, and His people for Hashem. These are not days of Din. These are days of Rachamim, and therefore, certainly, an Avel can daven for the Amud. And this is, of course, reflected in the mnemonic device that we have for Chodesh Elul, that acronym, Ani L'Dodi V'Dodi Li, I am to my beloved is to me. And we have this idea that we are very close. Dirshu Hashem B'Himatzo. We go ahead, Hashem is close to us in this month, and we reach out to Him in a very real and profound way. Interesting, Rav Weiss further points out, we have this pasuk in Shir Hashirim, Perek Vav, pasuk Gimel, Ani L'Dodi V'Dodi Li, Haro'eh B'Shoshanim. That's one pasuk that we find. If you take a look a little earlier in Shir Hashirim, Perek Beis, pasuk Tet Zayin, so the pasuk there, very similar pasuk. The pasuk says, Dodi Li, Ve'ani Lo, Haro'eh B'Shoshanim. So the pasuk we're much more familiar with, Ani L'Dodi V'Dodi Li. I am to my beloved is to me. But there's another pasuk, Dodi Li, my beloved is to me, Ve'ani Lo. We play up a great deal, Chodesh Elul, Ani L'Dodi V'Dodi Li. But maybe it shouldn't be called Chodesh Elul. Maybe it should be called Chodesh Delul. Dodi Li, Ve'ani Lo. Why is it Ani L'Dodi V'Dodi Li and not Dodi Li Vanilo? Why do we focus on that pasuk in Perek Vav? So I think the answer is very clear. Is we have a very deep and profound relationship with Hashem. It is a love relationship that we have, and it is highlighted in Chodesh El, where He comes and He is very close and we are very close to Him. But in that relationship, there's two partners, there's two players. Hashem craves that relationship. But that relationship is only going to be as strong as the weakest of those two links. And ultimately, the question is, who has to make the first move? In making that relationship really lasting and really working in a proper way, who makes the first move? Is it Dodi Li Ve'ani Lo? Hashem makes the first move and then I come? Or no? It has to be Ani L'Dodi. I am for my beloved. I, in Shir Hashirim, the woman, which represents Knesset Yisrael, am to my beloved, and then indeed my beloved will be to me. We have to go ahead and make the first move. That's the difference between Ani L'Dodi V'Dodi Li and Dodi Li Ve'ani Lo. First step is on us. Once we make that first step, then Hashem will shower us with tremendous blessings. And we find this in this week's parsha as well. We're told, Perek Chavav, Pasuk Yud Zayin. The Torah tells us, Es Hashem He'emarta Hayom, I have affirmed my relationship with Hashem today. Lios l'chal Elokim, v'alechas b'drachav l'shmor chukav mitzvosav mishpatav v'lishmor bekolo. Bnei Yisrael says today, on the day of the Tochacha, the days of bracha and klala, I affirm. Bnei Yisrael affirms its relation with Hashem, And then the very next pasuk, V'Hashem he'emircha hayom lios lola am segula. And Hashem affirms His relation with us, that we are to Him an am segula. First, we affirm our relationship, and then automatically, it just happens, Hashem affirms His relationship to us. Hashem during Chodesh Elul is very, very close. We need to make that next step, and we need to accept His closeness, make that move, and then of course, all the bracha ensues. It's striking. Perek Chav Ches, Pasuk Beis, the Torah tells us that Hashem is going to bestow upon us, if we do the right things, tremendous bracha. Ubo alecha kol ha-brachos ha'ele v'hisigucha. I will bestow upon you all of these brachos, and they will reach you. They will catch on to you. They will attach. Why the duplicate nature? Why the duplicity in the pasuk? Why does it say both? I'll give you all these brachos and v'hisigucha. So again, I think the same idea. Hashem is ready to bestow upon us brachos. But a lot of times Hashem will give bracha, but the bracha doesn't catch. It doesn't attach. We don't properly receive the bracha. The Torah tells us you need two things. Hashem has to bestow upon you bracha, but you have to have the right catcher's mitt. You have to be able to seize the bracha, appreciate the bracha for what it is, and make sure it sticks. Interesting. I did a quick Google search. How many lottery winners end up going broke? How many professional athletes, tremendous money, end up stuck in very, very difficult life situations, bankruptcies, etc.? 70% of lottery winners end up going broke. How is that possible? Hashem gave them tremendous, tremendous bracha, but they didn't have the kalim, they didn't have the vehicle, the instrument to properly latch onto that bracha. That requires our part also. That requires our effort. That requires our ani ledodi v'dodi li. We have to make sure that we are the proper kalim to go ahead and receive that tremendous, tremendous bracha. As the Yunkus says, v'yisigucha v'yidab kanucha. The bracha, you have to be a kli where that bracha can properly stick. It's a beautiful, beautiful mashal. Bnei Yisrael is nimshal, and Hashem is nimshal too. Hashem will carry us al kanfei nesharim, on the wings of eagles. What is so special about being on the wings of eagles? So when it comes to other birds carry their prey, when they carry their offspring, their children, below them in their beaks, because the eagle flies high above everyone else, and the eagle can go ahead and attack those children, those chicks, that offspring, the birds. Therefore, the birds have to clutch their offspring below in their beaks, so they protect them from the eagle. And of course, then they become subject, however, to arrows, to other sources of danger from below. The eagle flies higher than everyone. The eagle is the highest flying bird. And therefore, if the eagle wants proper protection from those arrows that are coming from earth, so the eagle carries its offspring on its back, on its wings. And therefore, there's nothing over the eagle. And the eagle also protects its offspring, its children, from those arrows and bullets below, uses its body to create that protection, and therefore the eagle carries its children over him. We are nimshal to those children that are being carried by the eagle. Hashem carries us, protects us. But think about this. This is where Rav Shimshon Fall Hirsch points out. How did the offspring, how did those children get onto the back of the eagle? So the eagle's on the ground, and the offspring have to get onto the back of the eagle. How does that happen? The eagle doesn't have hands that can go ahead and put it on its back. I'll tell you how it happens. It happens that the offspring have to hop, jump, somehow get themselves onto the back of the eagle, and then the eagle takes off. In other words, you want the protection of the eagle. You want that unique hashgacha pratis that only the eagle can provide. So the offspring have to make the first move. They have to jump onto the back of the eagle. They have to clutch on. They have to hop on. Once they hop on, then the eagle does everything else. That's the message of Chodesh El. This is a month not of din. This is a month of ahava. This is a month of rachamim. This is a month where we take that first step. We make our first move. We are ani ledodi, and then indeed v'dodi li. We establish our allegiance and affirm our allegiance to Ribbon Shalom, our love for Ribbon Shalom, and then in turn, He protects us, He cares for us, He nurtures us. That's our mission in a special, special month of Chodesh El.